Well, hello there, all you guys listening to the to us here. You got me, Joe, and then I got,
I'm Eric.
and together we make up the team that is known as the Struggling Hunters.
Hunters.
Um, if that isn't a mantra or what do you want to call it, a a sign of how we hunt and how we accomplish things in the woods, um, is a true struggle. but
Yeah.
uh, but
Hey man,
anyways,
it's 2021 though. It's a new year. We got we got new things to look forward to.
yeah, and
Trying to get
that's
out there.
the one thing too is I think as we're looking forward to this year is pushing ourselves to be better hunters and not focus so much on the struggling side of things, but actually on the improving and what we can do to become better hunters for the hunting season and focusing in on that and being sending positive vibes out that way. But if you guys are listening, thank you, appreciate it. Um, we do have a deal for you that might bring some satisfaction for you, and that is hitting that like button. Leave a comment, tell a friend. It might we'll repay you in self gratification for helping two guys out. But uh, with that being said, we'll get into it. We're going to be talking a little bit tonight about some bow hunting stuff, and then Eric got some new info on some of his hunting tags this year. So I guess before we get which way you want to go, do you want to go bow hunting or
Uh,
you want to go into the tags first?
yeah, we could just get the tag because there's not much to say about it, so we could get the tags out of the way. Uh, here in what's the dates? April 10th to May 30th, I think it was. Anyways, I got my over the counter turkey tag. Didn't draw, but I got my preference point at least. So um, I'm excited about that. It's I'm just excited to get hunting again. It's getting closer around and around the corner. Um, and then Colorado, the primary draw for big game is coming up here pretty soon. March 1st for primary, I believe. That's what I just double checking. Yeah, primary draw for March 1st. When this podcast comes out, it'll probably be after that, but definitely get on there and try to get your get your draw going. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally get out in the woods and get some stuff done and start making some content out there. I'm excited about that. That's
That's
something that go
kind of
ahead.
interesting and I don't know, but fun or whatnot. But like you get into hunting and get opportunities, and I mean you can go down the whole avenue of being a game specific hunter, like meaning like you're only going to hunt deer, you're only going to hunt elk, you're only going to hunt turkeys, or you're only going to bird hunt. You have upland game, waterfowl. They have all these different areas of avenues that you can go down, which is kind of fun. If you really stop and think about it, the opportunities that you're presented with to be able to spend out in the outdoors. But like you were saying, getting ready for the turkey hunt. You know, October ended, all the big game hunts ended, and now we're getting into the spring. And then I guess there's also spring bear hunts too you can get into. So but turkey hunt's something that I think the both of us have started getting into the last couple of years to get us going for the season too.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely helps getting out there. Uh, the thing I like about it is it starts kind of getting the motor turning for getting the exercise in, kind of just getting out there in the field and checking out the landscape. I mean, it's definitely a good starter for all of it, and it's just fun. I mean, even though I haven't got a wild turkey yet, it I had a lot of fun last year. I had a ton of fun. Um, and I can only imagine it'd be that much better. actually getting a turkey. So this year I'm in high hopes. I think that it'll all work out. Um, you know what? Thinking of that, we're almost a year, aren't we? Well, no, we got it. We got a few more
Yeah,
episodes to go.
I think we February, March. We have one more month till we get into uh, being at this for a year.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. But we
Yeah,
started it around uh turkey season.
we
We
did.
started the podcast around turkey season. So yeah, hopefully this year is a new year and get a little success under our belt and it'd be nice to start off that success drive with a turkey.
Yes, it will. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to get in there. We're going to find them turkeys. We're going to bring home a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, that's really all I got for the licenses. I'm just excited that it went through. My phone, my my debit card has a little notification thing whenever a purchase comes and that's how I found out that I bought something. I was hoping that it was a draw, but I didn't get the draw this year, but they definitely took the money out of my account. So I got the over the counter turkey tag and I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah. So that's so Utah after the 25th of February, I can go in and buy the over the counter um turkey tag. So that just the general season turkey tag. And that'll be for later in April. So I'm gonna probably do that and have my general season turkey tag in my wallet ready to go, which is crazy. Like growing up, I hunted turkeys, but never really hunted them. Like I went out looking for them. But it's kind of fun though, as growing up and trying to find more opportunities to be able to go hunting, and just like I said earlier, just having these opportunities to go out and being more than just a one season hunter, or even one, what would you call that? One game hunter, one chasing just one type of animal. Like it's fun to be able to go out turkey hunting and spend a different time of the year, season of the year, even out in the woods.
Yeah, I think it's just neat to get out there and I mean, I feel like I already said it, but just get out there and kind of get the legs moving, get everything kind of going and getting used to the terrain, seeing the spring terrain. That was the most exciting thing was I feel like it was the earliest that I got in the deeper woods for, I was pursuing turkey, but in years past, you kind of wait till later spring or whatever and I was getting out there, hunting early in the morning. I don't know, it was just fun. It made the spring kind of fun. There was something to do, there was something to chase and I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it though. And like I said, hopefully we can get some kind of video going this year of getting a turkey. That'd be pretty sweet. Makes it maybe
Yeah,
maybe maybe if nothing else, we'll just make some videos. Whether we get one or not, we'll just make a couple of videos of us going out and doing the thing. See where that takes us. But it'd be nice to see make a whole video of from going out to being successful. So,
true.
but yeah, like I said, that's all I got for turkey and
That's all I got
licenses.
too. So I guess we can move on to the bow hunting side. Did I say bow hunting? Is that what I said?
Yeah,
Or
archery.
yeah. So I guess there's a little bit of news within struggling hunters about archery hunting, future archery hunting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you want me to take off with it?
I'll let you take off with it. I don't know how to introduce it any further than that, I guess.
Yeah, that works. uh yeah, so I got a bow what a couple weeks ago, a week ago. I bought a bow, my first bow I've ever had. Well, I take that back. I did have a compound bow that I never used. Kind of shameful, I guess, but never shot it or anything. My older brother handed it down to me, and he told me that it probably needed restrung, and I just never took the time out to do it. So I never did anything with that bow. And then I don't even know what happened to that bow. I'm trying to figure out what I did with that thing, and I can't remember for the life of me. Anyway, yeah, I bought a new bow week ago, and been shooting it pretty much every day. Still trying to figure it out, getting my distance and everything. But uh, man, I don't know what I have pretty basic stuff. I got a Diamond Infinity Edge Pro, and I'm pretty happy with it. Being a new bow guy, I mean, I know, the more expensive stuff, how they shoot and the vibrations and stuff. But this one seems to do pretty good. I mean, that was the that was the one thing. So I shot bow. I feel weird whenever I say shot. I mean, that's probably an okay terminology, right?
Yeah.
Uh yeah, I shot a bow years ago, and the one thing I remember about it is the way it vibrated and stuff. And whenever I grabbed this one, well, so the rest of the story is I went to Cabela's and I wasn't even gonna buy a bow. And next thing I know, the guy, I'm talking to him about a bow, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'd really like to get one eventually. And what kind of made me do it was that the price point on this was pretty good, and it had everything except my
Release.
trigger release. Yeah. Um, it had pretty much everything except my release and my arrows. So, that was kind of enticing. And the price point was just really good. And I kind of had a moment of reality, because every time I thought about buying a bow, I always kind of was telling myself like, oh, I'll wait until I can get to that $1,000 price point, because everybody always says, that's the price point that you want to be at or whatever. And then I thought about it. I kind of had this moment of reality, and I'm like, that's a pretty good price point for this diamond. And I was like, I might as well go for it. And I might as well just go for it and get into it. Because if I sit there and try to wait for the more expensive bows, uh, I'll probably never do it. It's kind of like the 1911 pistol. I've been wanting a 1911 pistol forever, but the ones I want are around $1,000, and I never. It seems like every time I get $1,000 in my hand, I have 15 other things I'd rather buy than a pistol, I guess. So it's the same story. And so I was like, if I just get into this bow now, I can update later. I can always upgrade. And that's what got me into it. Now, the exciting part is I mean, I feel like I'm a bow guy. I I I'm excited. I mean, I'm addicted already. And kind of going back, one thing, I was talking about vibration with that older bow that I shot years ago. And whenever I first pulled this one back and was testing it out, trying to get it fitted for me and everything, um, and I released it for the first time, the first thing I noticed, I was like, wow, that was so smooth. Like it was just so smooth all the way through. And it was exciting. And so uh yeah, I was really excited. I feel like they're a good bow. I mean, and that's what you know shout out to the sales guy. I think his name was Chris at Cabela's, because what he was telling me, he's like, he's like, this one for the price point and uh and everything that it has to offer, these Diamond Infinity Edge Pros are really good. They're pretty good bows for the, you get a lot of bang for the buck. And so he kind of really sold me on that. And he said, they're perfect for somebody that's just getting into it. And so anyways, I ended up getting it, and yeah, I've been feeling pretty good. Been pulling back and letting them go, and my grouping's fairly tight. Now I'm only the furthest back I probably went was about 20 yards or so as of right now. So, I mean, I'm not doing 70-yard shots yet, but I'll get there. I'm just kind of getting a feel for it. I got to set up, and that's part of the reason that it's the furthest I've shot so far is because I got a little setup in my backyard, and I haven't measured it out, but I'm guessing it's about 20 yards. And but my groupings are pretty tight. Every once in a while, I'll tell you as a beginner and anybody listening, if you're a beginner, my one of my biggest problems that I'm noticing right now is I try to grip the bow too hard. So whenever I release, just that little bit of movement.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and you could tell because whenever I'm thinking about it and I release everything the right way, uh, whenever I don't do that, it'll throw the arrow. Whoops, it'll throw the arrow off just a little bit. But like I said, for the most part, I mean, my groups are pretty tight, and I don't know. I feel like I'm catching on to it pretty quick. Uh,
So I guess too, like, what are some of the things you're scared of? Like getting ready for, I don't know if you want to say getting ready for bow hunting or, looking into the archery season. Do you have anything that's like, you're kind of like, oh, I think this is going to be my hang up as far as the archery hunt?
yeah. Well, that's my biggest hang up right now is obviously I got a bow and I'm really excited to go bow hunting, but there's a part of me that is hesitant if I want to do it this year or not. Like I'm kind of I know that I have plenty of time till like archery elk, but and so I mean I don't know. I might get my confidence up in that amount of time, but I literally have what like 6 months,
Yeah.
7 months, 6 7 months. Um, to become pretty proficient at it, and everybody's always told me like, oh, you want a good year of shooting a bow before you go bow hunting. So I'm a little nervous of that, right? I mean, and that's just me being completely transparent.
So there's two ways you can look at that kind of like as I'm sitting here thinking, because before, like I've been bow hunting ever since the last 2 years. Um, and my first year, like I think it was about this time of year where I was like, it was January because no, I take it back. It was after um I found it was like in May, April or May, because I found out I didn't draw any deer rifle tags. And so I was like, well, I'll go elk hunting, buy an over the counter elk tag. And so I just went like my groupings, I was hitting paper plates and I was shooting an old bow. But so as far as, like giving it a year, I kind of take like it's I guess your own ethics kind of go into play there too. I'm not the greatest woodsman yet. um, so like I feel like walking around, I felt at least that first year walking around with a tag in my pocket trying to hunt the deer. I probably didn't have the skills to even get close to the deer, but yet I was out trying to get close. So like I wasn't too scared of that, giving it a year to get out there because like, it's one of those, can I get close? Can I even get close to one? And I didn't want to wait a whole nother year to even see if I was going to get close or not.
Right, right. Well, and that I feel like it kind of plays into to further that conversation. I feel like it kind of plays into I'm the one thing that's enticing about because I'll probably try to draw for elk because that'll be during the rut, and so I'll try to go for elk in the archery. And the enticing part about that is I have almost a full month of hunting, and it's, better weather or whatever. But then I could do a rifle uh third, or I'm gonna go try to go for, if I get the draw, uh go for a rifle, third season rifle for mule deer. So I'll kind of be able to have both, you know, my cake and eat it too, kind of thing, where I can do my archery early in the year, and then go for my mule deer in the later season. And so that's what I want to do. But I don't know. I have limited time to make that decision because, but man, I feel like I'm catching on to it pretty quick. So yeah, 6 months of practice. If I just stay with it, I think I'll be good enough. I'll just have to make that ethical decision. If there's an elk 70 yards away, uh, I mean, maybe I need to try to close the distance a little more.
Yeah.
Maybe next year in 2022, I could probably make those 70-yard shots or something. But in 2021, I might try to close the distance to around 40 or 50. 50 is probably getting out there a little too far too. But um, anyways, that's kind of my thought process on it. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I'm just kind of getting into this archery stuff. And I'll tell you what, though, I'm definitely kicking my butt for not doing it sooner. I didn't realize how much fun it is. And I got I got in a little bit of trouble with the wife whenever I told her I was buying a bow. She, you're supposed to get, because okay, the rest of the story is my son's birthday just happened, right? And so I went there and I was going to buy him a bow and just a little starter kit bow. And I did buy him a bow. I'm not that bad of a parent. I bought him a bow for his birthday and he loves it. Uh, we, when I was sitting there though, and that's why I got in the conversation over buying myself a bow. And that's kind of why I made the splurge purchase, because I was like, well, you know what? I could buy my son a bow, but it's going to be so much better if I'm doing it with him. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm shooting my bow, he's shooting his bow, we're having a good time hanging out. So it's like, I feel like it makes sense. Like, it's his birthday, but I feel like it makes sense to get myself one too, because I think it'll make the whole experience better. Anyway, my wife was a little mad at me for it, and until the his birthday, I got everything out and put put everything up and in the backyard here, and so on his birthday he pulled it out, and I was like, hey, here's your bow, and so he was shooting and I shot a few, and my wife was like, oh, let me see this, and she shot a few. She had to use his, but anyways, she's kind of addicted now, so in the future I think I got to get her a bow. So it's kind of cool. Like, it turned into a really cool. And now it's kind of like this family thing a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes. It's definitely like a new love of mine, or a new hobby, new love. I'm pretty excited to have that bow. So, or to be able to get into it. And like I said earlier, my biggest regret now is the fact that I didn't do it sooner, because
Yeah.
it's fun. I think it's funner than shooting guns, and I love shooting guns. But maybe because it's new to me. But I'm just saying,
No, it's fun. It's a different experience.
for sure.
Yeah, like, all the way around. Like, as far as the hunt goes, like you said earlier, it's an earlier time of the year, a little bit longer of a season. But that, archery comes with a whole different different side of things. Like, you hit it on the head too, about, getting within that ethical range of shooting an animal too. a whole different skill set comes in too, like whereas rifle, you kind of get to cheat and, you're trying to get with at least 100 yards to that, so like that's as close as you're going to probably push it. You can
Yeah.
probably push it closer, but you're pretty confident at that 100 yard distance,
Right.
and then trying to squeeze into that even closer, which I haven't even been able to do yet. I've so I've been close. I've at least come to, well, I've been within 70 yards. Well, hey, yeah, just go back and listen to our other podcast during the hunt, and I'll tell you, you can listen to my stories about being at 70 yards.
Yeah.
But but yeah, so it'll be fun for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I don't know how much more I could say that, but I'm pretty excited. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm probably gonna soon be going all out on parts and accessories and everything else. But I've been kind of excited to try that time of year of hunt. Um, I mean, the biggest thing is weather's a little better, and uh, I feel like you can the rut is kind of, you could play that toward your benefit, and not that it doesn't have its own challenges, but I've wanted to hunt that time of year for a long time. So we'll see where it goes. And the biggest thing that I like about it is here in Colorado, it's literally pretty much a month long. So it'll be it'll be pretty fun. It'll be pretty fun.
Yeah. Then you got, like you said, you got your boy getting into it, so both of you can kind of grow together. And by the time he gets old enough to hunt, he knows that he'll know how to operate a bow and, be a little bit more proficient in it than you are right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's kind of, I've been trying to shape him up to whenever he is 12 and able to go out for the first time. I've been I mean, that's kind of been my plan all along, is shape him up to, you know, be as good of a hunter as he can. So I think by the time he's 12, I'm hoping that, he's I I mean, I'll have to be there for supervision, but he'll know a lot of what he has to do instead of starting at at the very beginning with him. He'll kind of know what he has to do right there. So I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun whenever he gets there. And actually, well, no, it doesn't work out because they already start school in September. I was gonna say the other thing that would be nice is we could take off
Oh,
for a week, but he's already started in school, so that doesn't quite work out. But that's all right. It'll be fun though. I think, and it's really nice that my wife too. She wanted to, she's already taken a liking for it, and she's kind of getting interested in it, and uh with that, it kind of makes it fun, makes it kind of a fun little family hobby, or you know we all get out and shoot targets. And I've been trying to slowly talk her into, she supports hunting and everything, she supports my hunting 100%, but she's always like, oh, I just don't think I could have the heart to do it. And so I've been slowly like trying to uh persuade her to to go after an animal. So now that she thinks that she likes this bow stuff, if I'm gonna have to get her a bow, and maybe after a year or so of getting some practice in, maybe she'll have an itch to go bow hunting too. So that, I think that'd be pretty cool if I could get her into hunting herself.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it'll be pretty fun.
true. Well, I think we kind of covered all the topics that we wanted to go over tonight. I don't know. I don't think that we left anything really out. I mean, we can always go down rabbit holes and chase stuff and take the listeners on a ride that I don't know. Hopefully, they enjoy going down as much as we enjoy talking. But Maybe we'll just go ahead and call it an early night tonight.
Yeah, no, that definitely, that sounds good. Speaking of the going down rabbit holes, that's the one thing is me and you could definitely do that.
True.
When me and Joe get together, we definitely like to talk, and that's why we decided, hey, we should start recording these. Sometimes they get a little crazy, but it's been fun doing it.
Maybe we should just sit down one night and not really have anything and just allow the rabbit holes to go where they go. And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
just like
we already do them somewhat, but just open it up and just totally just let it go where it goes.
yeah, that'd be fun. Be fun to see where we end up, where we
Yeah.
start and where we end up.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. But uh yeah, I mean, I'm good to get off here. So do you want me to close it out?
Yeah. Sure. Go ahead, Eric.
We should really figure that out before the show, huh?
Right. Instead
That's
of doing the whole tag, you're it. No, you're it thing in front of everybody.
I know, yeah.
I
So
don't know if,
professional.
yeah, that's who we are. We're the professionals.
That's what happens whenever you have two hosts to a show, though, I guess. That's that's usually why there's a host and a co-host, but we're like, we're both hosts. Forget it.
Right.
But yeah, guys. So like Joe said earlier, thanks for tuning in and checking us out. We're at episode 45. We don't really call out our episodes anymore, but we're at episode 45. It's amazing. I mean, every week we've put one out and since we started, and we're getting really close to that 1 year mark. And it's pretty amazing that we've kept going. I'm surprised that, once when we first started, it was really exciting and oh man, this is so cool starting a podcast. And but then like reality kicks in and the drag on, but we've kept through it. We've kept with it. And man, I don't know if I
Yeah.
feel like that deserves a subscribe and a follow on your podcast platform. So, if you guys could just give us a share, give us a like, give us a subscribe.
Yes.
Especially if you find us a little entertaining. We might not have the best information out there all the time, but we try to stay lighthearted and have a little bit of fun. Yeah, we can ramble a little bit, but uh hey, there's plenty of content to listen to us ramble. So
True.
uh with that said, guys, thanks for listening to us. We appreciate you so much. This is another episode of the Struggling Hunters, and we will talk to you again next week. I'm out.
See you guys. Have a good one.